this is Dr. Elizabeth Saunders Medlock of Life by Design Coaching with your life coaching tip of the week for the week of January 16th, 2012. This week I'm going to focus on the importance of having face-to-face communication or talking over the phone communication in a world in which we do a lot of communication through email and text message and Facebook. So I'm going to do a few tips about that. I've had actually a lot of clients and a lot of friends that have had complete relationships over text messaging or over email. And I think it's good to get to know somebody through text messaging or email, but a text message or an email doesn't have any emotional content. It's very hard to tell a joke because people don't know if you're joking. They'll take something seriously that's a joke. I've had so many people come to me and say, well, I don't understand that text message and I don't know what that text message meant. I took it the wrong way, and the email, I just couldn't understand what it meant, or I thought it meant this and then he said it meant that. The problem is you can't really explain yourself using texting and using email. People can take things out of context. They can't hear your tone of voice. They can't see your face. They can't read your body language. And so if you really want to have relationships with people after the basic information exchange phase of them, you really have to move to talking on the phone. You really have to move to getting together with people and talking to them face to face. I think it's okay to use text message to fill in, but I keep hearing about people having the majority of their communication through email or now through text messaging. And I think it's difficult to really have meaningful, deep relationships where you really get to know and understand and learn a person when you can't sit across from them and build that relationship, or at least talk on the phone and sit across them and build that relationship. So that's one thing I want to say. The second thing is I think you have to be really careful when you're texting or when you're emailing, or even now on Facebook. There's a rule that I always used to say to businesses that I work with when they wanted to put things into their strategic plans or into the brochures, and I said, what do you really want your billboard to say? And another thing now is when you're writing an email, when you're writing a text message, or when you're posting something on Facebook, if it's not something that you can put up on a billboard, then don't say it. If this thing went up on a billboard and you would be embarrassed by it, or you wouldn't want certain people to see it, then don't put it in an email, don't put it in a text, and don't put it on Facebook. You have to do the billboard test for everything. Facebook is being increasingly used by employers, by colleges, by recruiters. They are looking at the content on Facebook. So it's important to really be careful about what you post, what your friends post, the type of pictures that you put up on Facebook. Clean up your Facebook page. Also, some of you younger folk, I don't know if any of you watch this, but remember that your parents are friending other people that are friends to you, and they are stalking your Facebook page. So if you tell your mom or your dad that you're going over to a friend's house and you go from your mobile phone and post on Facebook, I'm having a great time at so-and-so's party, you're busted. So be smart about what you put up there and realize people that you're not friends with are on your Facebook page. They can go through other connections, they can sign in as other people, and they can still track you on Facebook. Anyone can track you on Facebook. So the idea is that don't just think your friends are looking at your Facebook page or its content. Assume, again, the billboard test, that the public is looking at your Facebook page. So if you want to talk to people, again, if it's on Facebook, message them. Don't write on their wall. Don't put up crazy pictures and tag people in the pictures if they don't want a lot of pictures on Facebook. One thing I can't stand is when people tag me in photos, especially if I don't look good, I delete them immediately. Ask people if it's okay if you tag them in a photo and the photo shows up. Or if someone takes a picture of you. I've had this happen. I've had this happen with my child and with friends' children, where people take a picture of their child, put it on Facebook, and they don't want pictures of their children on Facebook. So remember that there is a social etiquette. I'm sure there's a book on this already about Facebook, but I find that people sometimes are violating a lot of boundaries on Facebook and advertising a lot of stuff that they don't want to advertise. So I think that's why it's so important to use the social network. I use it for my business, as you know, and for putting out things like this. But use it wisely. I think the social network and texting and emailing and all the other ways we have of communicating are good for some things, but they're not great for building relationships. So if you really want to build relationships with people, if you really want to have good friendships form, or even romantic relationships, ditch all the Facebook texting and emailing, and I would say go old school. Pick up the phone, go meet somebody for coffee. This has been your life coaching tip of the week. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week.